Yeah.
Don't ever do that.
Your blazer looks rather fine, Nikhil.
Oh, we are live, and we've been live for the last minute or so, as I can see.
Wonderful.
We've got disco lights today, I think.
Disco lights, I think they're changing a lighting system tomorrow.
Because Punjab has done well, so I guess.
Your disco Bhangra. But I'm really happy with the way Punjab, finished, even though at one point I thought they were gonna...
The title, I think a lot of people are watching, saying the title is wrong, thumbnail is wrong for the title. Also, Shane, a lot of people heard you.
Lovely.
So,
Any which way, let's talk about the game.
टाइटल देख के हंसी क्यों आ रही है? पोकेमॉन, व्हाट इज द टाइटल?
What's wrong with that?
190. Just check if that is indeed the title.
Is that a title?
No, it is Lucknow winner thriller. Who is to blame for the thing? Guys, I haven't even got the title wrong, right.
But what? I typed that out for them.
Well,
Technical issues can't help it, they're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Guys,
That's not
quickly,
awesome.
please change the title first of all.
it has been. Now, Galvin is saying do live in the current thumbnail only. Okay, let's talk about Lucknow then. And Shivam Dubey.
You have to change the thumbnail also, guys.
No, and you've made the video private, guys. What is happening?
Yes, sir, it's private.
But why is it
Why is it
private? We are
private?
live.
We are live.
No, wait.
We're not.
Oh,
Created duplicate stream, so we are live.
Ah.
Go and refresh.
No, we're not.
So back and refresh.
No, we are still live, Nikhil, I guess.
We are live.
We are still live.
Oh,
Yes, we
God.
are. Oh my God, technical issues. 1, 2, 3.
Galore,
And what about our
galore.
lights? Are they gone again?
Okay, that was a duplicate stream. Sorry, guys. We got a lot of technical issues.
going on today. As you can
Disco
see.
lights,
As
disco
you can
lights.
see.
Gavin
Bhangra
is
mode.
happy that this is happening. Okay,
Cannot believe
Parminder
this.
ji, you can see Parminder is a Punjab Kings fan, so
Big
he's
Punjab
here.
Kings fan.
What is wrong with Mumbai Indians bowling? Yash Vilankar wants to know.
Well, they didn't really invest enough in the bowling lineup. They went hard for Archer, who won't be available this year. And beyond that, I mean, look, simple way to sum it up, Jaydev Unadkat and Basil Thampi should not be your dead ball overs. They should not be bowling that. They cannot be bowling that. How?
They got smashed. Unadkat's last over, he was fine before that, but the
Yeah.
last over, Jitesh Sharma, very impressed with him.
Very,
Played
very
that, finishers role perfectly for Punjab, who was struggling, by the way. In that middle period, you thought they might not even reach 180. Because Dhawan's scoring rate had dipped, even though he scored 70 runs, he took 50 balls to get there.
Yeah.
So probably...
But you know you get this with Shikhar.
No, you get this with Shikhar Dhawan
He's
because
going to play that role of being the anchor.
Batting long, yeah.
Yes.
That's true. Also, the problem was that no Bairstow, no Livingston firing today for them.
Yes, absolutely.
Bairstow 12 runs of 13 balls, and then Livingston only scored 2 runs. So did not happen.
Who got the prediction right?
You
Sudden
did.
somebody who's asking who got the prediction right. Nikhil Naz.
Yeah.
195?
195,
195.
198?
I was close though, 190. We have been like, by the way, Nikhil the other day
58.
had predicted when we were all doing 155, 160, 165. Nikhil said 162. And then Saraswati Mata, as they say, came and sat on his tongue.
It was 162.
It
And
was
it
indeed
was exactly
162.
162. Wow.
Galaxy Warrior saying Shikhar Dhawan Gabbar is back. Yes, he is back, but back for what? For his team, or you're saying back for India contention? 70 runs, yes, outstanding in 50 balls, 140 strike rate. I think I'll take it, considering that's the role
No.
he's been given.
Also
And
the
if
opening he
and if
provided.
Mayank is going to be batting like that, then you can
Yeah.
afford
You need someone to hold fort.
Shikhar Dhawan like that.
It's just that the other big hitters did not come off. Nah,
Yeah.
only thankfully Jitesh Sharma did towards the
Jitesh
end.
Sharma, yeah.
Jitesh Sharma, very impressive. He scored 220 odd runs. This time he has stayed unbeaten. 30 or 15, but I think so.
Shah Rukh also, we were kept saying that he's not
two
getting
sixes,
run.
Two sixes,
he
yeah.
hit.
15 runs of 6 balls at a strike rate of 250. Today, Odean Smith also got a chance to bat, but didn't have to do much.
One
Just
ball,
one ball,
run
one
he
run.
scored. So definitely playing next game unless until he gives away some 60, 70 odd runs in his 4 overs. If he
Which
gets
you
to
wouldn't
go
actually
4
rule
overs.
out at this point.
True.
Jitesh Sharma, since Siri is not around, Shane, do the honors.
Alright, so Jitesh Sharma in his domestic career has been seen as something of a white ball specialist. Now, he made his debut for Vidarbha, but didn't actually make his Ranji Trophy debut till about a couple of seasons later. And if you look at his numbers, his Ranji numbers aren't that good, but his T20 numbers, he's averaging about 28 odd at a strike rate of 140. So he's actually over and above performing that pretty much right now for Punjab Kings. Fun fact also, he has won or been part of an IPL winning side with Mumbai Indians.
Mumbai Indians. He was before. I knew this because we talked about it that Mumbai were the ones who scouted him first, never utilized him.
Yeah.
But now he's gone to Punjab and they are using him as a number 5 batsman, by the way, in this lineup.
Yes.
Okay, I've got a very good question from Karthik M. And let's spend some time discussing that. He wants to know, should Gabbar be retired out after 10 overs?
No, because that was the role he was playing. With the way Mayank was batting, and you knew you had Bairstow and Livingston coming afterwards,
Yeah.
it very much was his job to hold fort. He did kind of catch up after they went and they needed those runs. So, no, I don't think he should be retired out. Not at that
Yeah,
point.
I'd agree because Mayank got out in the 10th over and just after one wicket would you retire the other batsman who's looking in form.
Yeah.
Plus you had enough firepower to come after that, and I agree what you're saying that if Shikhar goes then maybe you have more batsmen to follow so they can go bang bang, but you never know T20 because you could just done half your innings, half the innings is remaining. What if you lose wickets? Don't forget, in a retired out, once you're retired out you can't come back.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be taking a chance like that, and so that's why you'll see most retired outs after 16th, 17th over or something like that, when you
Yeah.
know only 3-4 overs to go and you can gamble. But it won't happen before that. And again, I guess 140 is not a bad strike rate at all, since you had Jitesh Sharma, Shah Rukh Khan getting you at 250. Also, see, even though he didn't retire out, you reach the stage where Odean Smith is batting. So it's not that you had like a lot of batting left. After that is Kagiso Rabada, Rahul Chahar and all over.
All
like
your
hits
bowlers
and
who
misses.
can bat.
So
Yes.
not really. I think the innings panned out perfectly. If you had told this to Punjab before the innings started, after the toss, would you take it? I think they would have taken it.
Not just that, you have to look at that entire batting lineup. Every single one of them is the type who will go bang bang from ball one.
Yeah.
You need someone like Shikhar to hold the innings together. So no point retiring him out.
Parvinder Singh, Nikhil Paji say Punjab will win. Of course, Punjab will
Yeah,
win.
Punjab are
I said
definitely
Punjab
favourites.
will win even before the match.
We all did.
All three of
All
us
did.
picked Punjab, and I think we are going to stay with that.
Prediction, yeah, for sure.
Okay, got a question from Kushal Khurana who says, why is Archer not answering Rohit's WhatsApp messages? IPL
He's
of
busy
excess
tweeting
so
about
far. He's saying IPL of excess so far, which is true. So he's
Interesting
saying
in many ways.
Rahul Chahar, Pfeiffer loading, again an X, playing against his ex team. Good call.
Very interesting call. Very interesting
Kushal?
call.
Pfeiffer loading. And he's been
Pfeiffer-
bowling very well.
He's bowling really well. I've been actually very impressed with the spinners. Yuzvendra Chahal has been great. Kuldeep Yadav has been phenomenal, and Rahul Chahar has also been impressive.
Absolutely.
So I think the leg spinners are doing it really, really well for their sides. And again, Chahar, I think so, will hold the key. Even though there are bowlers like Rabada and all, it'll be the middle overs when there's Surya out there. And if he can get Surya, Rahul Chahar, that'll be
then
it.
it's
I think
game
that's
on.
the game.
Yeah.
That's the game.
Abhi Adhikari says this IPL is unique in a way that no other IPL has seen so many uncapped Indian middle order batsmen firing. Can you recall? I mean, yes, a lot of middle order batsmen are firing.
No, but as I said, this is the first time you remember so many uncapped
Yes,
players doing
true.
well. Yesterday I was making this point.
No, but can you remember any other season?
No.
That is why I was saying this yesterday, that for me this season is unique simply because you are seeing so much Indian talent come to the fore who are performing for their sides, people who we hadn't even heard of.
True.
How many of us knew a lot about Tilak Verma? We knew like briefly.
Just
How
a
many
bit.
of us knew about Jitesh Sharma, Ayush
Badoni.
Badoni, Vaibhav Arora? There are so many guys who have just burst onto the scene and have made a name for themselves already. So fantastic to watch that.
True.
Sai Dattu saying excellent IPL, loving it for young England talent, got exposure and financial stability. What do you say, Nikhil sir? Sai Dattu, absolutely right.
Yeah.
And that is what I was pointing out when a lot of people were saying that maybe one reason why this IPL is not getting good numbers is because this is not exciting, and I beg to disagree because I think this is really exciting. I, for one, look for young talent to do well. That is what is essential for me in an IPL, and this IPL has been that. A lot of youngsters doing well. Again, a word of caution. Just because they're doing well, don't start with that whole
Calling up for India.
Yeah,
Right?
don't do that. Just enjoy them.
But the financial stability part is a good point. I'm forgetting the name of this player, but there was someone who was signed who was called Tennis Ball Narayan, who was nicknamed Tennis Ball Narayan. He was signed in this year's auction. I'm forgetting who it was. But someone had an interview on him where he said that, thanks to this contract, like I can finally buy my parents a house and they don't have to, struggle for me providing for my career. And he was previously, before that, mostly only playing tennis ball tournaments.
Yes.
So, it does actually, that is one very interesting thing which no one really considers about the IPL, that added financial stability to all these players.
Anirban Chattopadhyay is saying, I love Siddhant's analysis of best overseas player and he should have won instead of Siddharth. Anirban, the winner wasn't selected on what they presented, it was selected on their choice of the player. So, had Siddhant been presenting Tyrone Pollard, it
He would have
was
won.
possible that he won.
I chose between, two, Malinga and Steve, I'm saying, Shane Watson. I wanted both of them because I really liked both those players. So I went for Malinga.
Yes, true. Nothing is saying Mayank backed Odeon unlike Kumble's shopping and changing last year, but nothing, we don't know whether this is purely Mayank's decision. For all you know, it is Anil Kumble's decision, and sometime because you got it wrong in one season, you tend to fix it and get it right the next time around.
True.
So on
I think
that
it's not a bad ploy to have Odeon Smith in the side for another couple of games, just to see.
Varun Parvatani is saying, why can't Mumbai Indian try Pollard, Baby AB, Tilak Verma and Overreach? They can't be any poorer than Basil and Jayadev, which is they
One
could
game.
drop one and get Tim David, just using 5 bowlers as an option. We discussed that, Varun. If you
We've
were
been
here.
talking, it's like preaching to the choir at this point. We've been saying these exact same things, and
One
it is
gave
very
away
frustrating.
47 runs, one gave away 44 runs.
Jesus.
But I mean, sometimes I wonder when we are sitting here so far away and can say that. There's so many of our family members who join us who can see this. Why is it that the franchise don't see it?
I have
don't
no
know.
idea.
And they have access to data analysis and things
Maybe
like
data
that.
is the problem.
No,
Maybe there's
could be.
some data which is
They could have Tim David who can bowl 4 overs, still concede the same number of runs, but would be more handy with the bat.
With the bat, correct?
Because the problem with Mumbai is, like you were pointing out when we were discussing, Jaydev Unadkat today, like in that last over, every ball, similar ball,
That's his
cutter,
only trait.
and Jitesh Sharma picked him off. And that one shot Jitesh Sharma played, boss, that reverse lap,
was so good.
that is for
So,
me
so
the
good.
shot of the tournament so far. I was just so impressed with it. Brilliant to watch.
Shinchan is saying Rohit 100 loading.
Yeah,
bro.
this loading
100 is
incoming
not
needs to
easy.
die, man.
100 is not easy, man, in a T20 game. Yes, if there is someone who can do it, it is Rohit Sharma.
He's
but
done it
listen,
before, so yes.
Very tough. But I don't care 100 or not. I'd love to see Rohit Sharma in some good form.
True.
That's exactly what I'm looking out for. And that will also make the game exciting, even though we all have picked Punjab to win this game.
Well, they could win a close thriller. That would be really exciting.
Yes, Vansh Jain, that was for you. Kushagra Bisht is saying Mumbai could have got Bolt and Decock at 14.75 instead of spending 15.25 on Nishan. Valid point. But I think that's the thing with Mumbai. I think because they had promised him before going into the auction that we will get you. And that's the thing with Mumbai. If you speak to a lot of players or ex-players or part of the support staff, you get to realize that they treat all of it as part of the family. So it's more than a sporting team. They're all considered family members. They could only retain a certain amount of players, not everyone. And then they had promised that they'll bring them back, and then they were going to do it at no matter what cost. Whether that messed up their auction strategy, so be it. But that's their thought process. And
Vaibhav Arora has opened the bowling for Punjab Kings.
He has. Okay. Sridhar, should Mumbai go with Markande and Ashwin instead of one Indian pacer? Thampi, Unadkar explained 2 leggies. 2 leggies have happened in the past. I remember Punjab using Bishnoi and Murugan Ashwin both together.
Correct.
With a lot of success. So you can go with 2 leggies. Not a bad option. Just that then you have to look at who's going to be your death bowler. You got Taimal Males and Jasprit Bumrah.
Because 8
but
overs
you want
of
to use Bumrah
spin.
at other places as well. So that is going to be an issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, see you. Time is up. These two gentlemen are off for a party because we're enjoying the IPL. It's going good. So Siddhant and Chain are going to be going for a party, but they're making a promise that they'll be here at
For
the
the
end.
post-match, absolutely.
I like how Nikhil made us promise to our
family
family
members,
members
yes.
also.
Just so
But
that
we can't
they know.
disappoint them.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, we'll be back.